the name of the directors? Timo and
Kimo.
Kimo.
Your turn.
Hello, it's Stefan here from Hey You Guys.
And Paul from The Hollywood News.
So you knew that already. We are going to be reviewing and giving our video reaction now to an Indonesian martial arts film that isn't The Raid, that we saw this week here at Toronto. It's not The Raid 2,
not The Raid 2 either, no.
But it does start Uwais from the Raid in the lead role. It's by Timo and Kimo. That's their first names, but I think they go as a kind of double act. It's like Ant and Dec.
Like us. Paul and Stefan. Yeah.
Stefan and Paul.
Yeah.
And yeah, so obviously it feels like obviously The Raid came out, and like when you hear a really good piece of quite original music, you expect to hear lots of songs that sound very similar to that follow. And I felt that this was very much kind of riding on the coattails of The Raid, and didn't quite have that edge to it, did it?
No, it had all the the points that the Raid had, the assets like eco, the camera work, the choreography, the violence. And I actually think this was actually more violent than The Raid.
Oh, it was much more violent, but actually too, I don't think, not in a way that was beneficial to the film. I felt that one of the things I loved about The Raid was the choreography was just incredible, and it felt like there were some scenes, particularly in the corridors, where it felt like a dance, and it felt like you felt like one person just slightly at a time, and the whole thing would have worked. But this was much more about the gore, the shock value, very gimmicky, lots of like deaths that were kind of deliberately intended to make you whoop and laugh. And I felt that The Raid had a bit more class, a bit more elegance to the martial arts than this did.
And a more confined story. This is very much on the road, isn't it? Kind of, rather than in one building like The Raid was. It's and it's not consistent.
What's that? Dave's pointing at something.
Dave is pointing at something. There's a policeman.
They're doing their video reaction to the.
Anyway, back to
people having a fight over there. Look at them.
Just sticking about.
Taking a picture at Toronto.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
But Headshot, not my cup of tea. It's a revenge film. It's not a revenge film.
It's a sort of Jason Bourne-esque. I mean, it's got that whole kind of like blank canvas as your lead roles.
Yeah.
You know, he's the whole point is that he kind of wakes up. He's got no memory. He has to try and work out where he's come from. I like that aspect of it because he has very small memories and associations clearly to the lead villain in the film. You don't quite know how they go back. And how far they go back, and I think that works because you're kind of a little reluctant to root for him. Yeah. Because you spend the whole film going, is he a goodie or is he a baddie? We don't really know what his history is like. So that was quite interesting. But like you said, it's not confined enough. It was very expansive. There was too many characters, too many sub-storylines,
and repetitive as well. Repetitive. It's a 2-hour film, just about, and it was.
It didn't need to be. It's going for that quick fire, pure entertainment. 90 minutes would have done for this one.
No, absolutely, and but there are some good things about it. Just want to mention that one shot. There's a great shot halfway through where
it was a great shot.
Eco is thrown outside of a bus at the back.
Very tired. It was at midnight.
Stefan slept through this bit.
Sleep through this bit. Complete fabrication.
Yeah. So he flies out the back of a bus basically, and the camera follows him, but he does a somersault, and the camera does a somersault with him, and it lands on the concrete.
It's fantastic to look at.
And it's just like, how did they even do that?
I know. That's exactly what I was thinking. I know. No, I couldn't. I had to close my eyes. I was
how did they even do that?
I don't know how they did that. It was
so
amazing.
that was my favourite part of the film. But it was a great audience, participation type film.
Part of the Midnight Madness strand.
So that's the same as Free Fire.
When we got there were big kind of what are they called? Beach balls being pushed up in the air and stuff. And everyone was cheering. And then when the credits came on, people started going mad. It was a great environment.
Lots of talking.
And it was midnight.
Midnight Madness. A lot of smells of dubious cigarettes coming from various points in the auditorium.
And Dave was nowhere to be found.
Nowhere to be found. But yeah, generally I thought it was quite good. I actually think I liked it a little bit more than you. But it's worth checking out if you're a fan of The Raid or martial arts films in general. But it's not a masterpiece like the aforementioned.
Like people getting their heads kicked in.
So there you go. So that's a Headshot.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey You Guys!